transforming my crusty nails to this. So it's my nail reset day, and I was wearing a shimmery polish before, so I needed 100% acetone to remove all the extra shimmer that was on my nail bed. Then I go in with this like sharp cotton thing to remove any dirt or debris that's underneath the free edge of my nail, and this is just so that I can start on a very clean base. Then I'm going in with the Sally Hansen cuticle remover and putting this just on my cuticles and waiting 30 seconds. And then I push my cuticles back with the metal cuticle pusher, and it looks like I'm pushing hard, but I promise I'm using very, very light pressure. Now I'm going in with my glass cuticle pusher and doing the same thing, and then using the pointy end to pick up all the dead skin that gets in the little like fold area. And this is what my nails look like after pushing back the cuticles. Now it's time to file. My nails were pretty okay in shape, but my index finger had a... Now I'm just going in and filing. Only my index finger had like a little snag. The rest of them were fine, so I just filed that off. And then I went in to buff that free edge and make it smooth so that it wouldn't snag again. And then I cleaned off the dust with some acetone. And then I went in with a buffing block and buffed the surface of my nail very, very, very gently because I don't want to remove too much surface and make my nails weak. So after buffing with the white block, I used a 6-sided block and used finer and finer grits to buff my nails to like a more shiny state. And then I used acetone again to clean off any of the dust and debris. And then I oiled my nails. It's a pretty important step because I just want to make sure I'm getting rid of like any of the crusty skin from like using the cuticle pusher and the cuticle remover. And so that was like a key step in getting it to a good state. If my nails weren't so orange, I could have stopped there, but I'm gonna go in with some sort of nude color to kind of like hide the orangeness. I decided to use Spill the Tea from Cracked Polish, and it's a beautiful polish. If my nails weren't so orange, I could have worn this in like 1 or 2 coats, but because my nails are super stained and it's a sheer polish so it shows through, I decided to wear this in 3 coats. So here I am applying the second coat, and you can see it's kind of like building up in opacity even though it's sheer. And I think it's a very pretty polish. I don't wear nudes very often because I have over 300 polishes. I want to wear like bright, punchy things that are attention grabbing, but sometimes you need a reset. And so this is what it looks like with 3 coats and no top coat. It's pretty, but I need top coat to protect it from like it getting bumped like I did in the earlier clip. So I have 2 top coats, but the cuticula was finished, so I decided to use the Essie Gel Couture. I'm kind of ambivalent on this top coat. I think it's okay, it gets the job done, but I much prefer the cuticula top coat. It's just hard to get the cuticula top coat, so I used what I had, and this is the final look. I think it looks good. I'm not going to keep this